Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Montana to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Under pressure, they got him again. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year in his 3rd season now. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Gotta go.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. We're scoreless after 1. second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now here's Burks on the jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They'll try and run with Mixon. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down. Here's Burrow. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Smith, 59 yards. And the Patriots post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Titans now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Montana. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Montana. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Randy Moss, 64 yards. And the Titans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
And now it's blocked, and the Patriots have it. And now off to the races, down the right side. 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On first down, Montana. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by DJ Reed. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Montana, nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Great defense there. 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Here we go. Get in the huddle.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
Here's Swift. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Who able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. So the legend Joe Montana and this offense down by 7, 50 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Montana going for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have the receivers on lockdown.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover.